This is the Iowa Weather Report for Sunday, June 28th, 2015. And now our first look at the 0Z GFS model run at 1 p.m. this afternoon. We have a disturbance coming down the backside of this trough that's digging in across the east, while a ridge is building over the west, and it's been very warm and downright hot across the west, especially the Pacific Northwest, where it was well above the century mark in the eastern parts of Washington and Oregon. But around here it's going to be somewhat rainy and a bit stormy, some sunshine in between. Highs today mainly in the 70s across the state, with some showers and storms around, mainly in our eastern counties. That'll be the case even here on Monday. Some showers possible in our eastern counties, otherwise partly to mostly sunny skies in the western counties. Highs in the upper 70s east to lower middle 80s west. Tuesday looks to be a little bit muddled. There could be a shower or storm around. Doesn't look like a very good chance. We'll see sunshine otherwise, with some clouds, and highs give or take around 80 degrees or so. That looks to be also the case here on Wednesday. Maybe a shower or storm around. Chances would be about 20% or less. Otherwise, partly to mostly sunny skies, and highs in and around the 80 degree mark, maybe lower to middle 80s in the west. And unfortunately, the stormy weather returns very late Wednesday into the day on Thursday as a system moves in from the west and northwest. Some showers and thunderstorms will be possible. Highs still around the 80 degree mark with slightly warmer conditions in the west. Then as we go into Friday, there still could be some early morning showers in our eastern counties, maybe an afternoon shower or storm over the rest of the state, but don't count on it. Readings are still going to be in the 80s, roughly the low 80s for the most part, even as we head into the weekend. Here on Saturday, this is the 4th of July, it looks dry, it looks quiet. We'll wait and see if this continues, because unfortunately the second half of the holiday weekend, on the 5th, next Sunday, a system's going to be coming in from the north and west. The flow is starting to be more west-northwesterly as the ridge over the west begins to flatten out, and a system's going to be coming in Sunday afternoon of next week with some showers and thunderstorms possible. Readings look to be near seasonal levels if this is to be correct, but we still have a week to look at it, so things could change. And speaking of some changes, things could change even further out. Here on the 9th of July in the extended period, ridge is still over the west, but it's more flat. The trough is still over the east, but it's a little more flattened out as well, so almost a zonal flow across the country, but we still have a slight west-northwesterly flow to that zonal flow. So that's going to keep the temperatures pretty close to seasonal levels, maybe a degree or two less. It's also going to keep several storm systems coming through the area as well. Going into the end of the forecast on the 13th, we still have this northwesterly flow around. The ridge is over the Four Corners region and over into West Texas. That might be close enough that it could bring the temperatures up a tad in our area. However, we are still going to be in this flow out of the north and west, and still some systems coming through the Great Lakes area that could bring us some interesting weather at that point. But really, we don't see much of any big changes in the next week or so. Satellite image from last evening. We had a disturbance moving through the upper Midwest, the northern plains, into the western Great Lakes. This is the system that will be dropping in later today. Frontal system about to move off the coast, and some monsoonal flow over the south and west. March warning map from last evening, some flood issues across northern New England, a couple of flood issues across the central Great Lakes into the Ohio River Valley. Hot across the north and west, lots of heat issues out there. The QPF chart, precipitation over the next 5 days through Thursday evening at 7 o'clock, showing rainfall around here for the next couple of days between about a half to 1 inch. Some areas may get more than that. Heaviest looks to be across the Mid-South area, where they could get quite a bit of rain.